Hello everyone. In today's tutorial we are going to talk about the forecast project of the token of eternity. Now, in order to get inside of the app of the token of eternity, I'm using the Trust Wallet app, but there are other apps in Apple Store or other buying sites that you can use as well. Now, in order to get inside the app, we press on the discover at the bottom right. Then at the search we write ether.to. Once you're inside of the app, it will want your wallet to connect to the network, which is not the Ethereum, so we press cancel. Here at the top right we have these three dots. Once we press those, we then press on the network and change our network from the Ethereum to the Polygon. Once we've done that, we have successfully connected our wallet to our token. Here at the bottom left, we are currently inside the exchange project, but right beside it is the forecast project. Once we are inside the forecast project, the first panel that you're going to see will be this panel, which is the forecast projects panel itself. Then at the top, as you can see, there are four options. First is this panel, which is the forecast. Then we have the price option, the status, and the report. The price and status and report, these three options are going to be in all of the projects bar the exchange project. Inside the exchange, as you have seen in a previous tutorial, instead of the price and status options, there were the gifting and burn option. We are currently inside the forecast projects main panel, and in here you can buy yourselves the coupon necessary to predict the outcome of the Ether price and the forecast balance. Now, the forecast project is a weekly game where you predict the current price of the Ether currency and the forecast balance, which we are going to talk about now. At the top, as you can see, it says the game 55, meaning that currently we are on the 55th game that has started since the launch of the forecast project. At the middle we have the timer. This is the amount of time left since the 55th game ends. And at the right section we have the option to press the draw. Yeah, right now it's a blank button, but once the timer runs out it will turn into blue, and once you press on the draw, the new game will begin. The draw button isn't exclusive to the owner or likely to select few. Anyone can press on the draw button once the game ends to start the new game. And even those who come inside the app for the first time, they can also press on the draw button to start the game once the timer runs out, of course. At the bottom we have the previous combo, meaning the previous winning numbers. These were the numbers that won in the previous game. Then we have the Ether price at the left side. Those 6 digits are the numbers that you need to predict in order to win a prize, as well as from the forecast balance side we have the 81 2 digits that you need to predict on your coupon at the bottom. Now, the Ether price is the current price of Ether, as the name suggests, and it can be changed with any interactions that you do in any of the projects, like the exchange, insurance, stock, era, the fan community, or even the forecast project itself. At the right side we have the forecast balance, which is the amount of Ether that has been collected for this week's game and will be distributed between the game winners. Then we have at the bottom the coupon. Here on these empty slots we will predict these numbers at the top, these pulsing numbers. Let's say, for example, from the Ether price, it's going to be by the end of the week 12 02 and 45, let's say. Then we have the forecast balance, we are going to predict that by the end of the week that 81 is going to change into, let's say, 63. Then we have this below circle here, that is the place for the most used number this week. Meaning, for example, in this week there are going to be 100 participants, and from those 100 participants 15 of them is going to use the number 50 and the rest are going to use random numbers. Because most of those 100 people, most of those had used the number 15, the number 15 is going to win the blue slot. Here at the bottom we have a plus sign. Once we press it, there we can buy up to 10 coupons for ourselves per game. The number of coupons that you can buy per week are 10 coupons. Then we have the amount of USDT that we'll need, or that amount in ETER that we'll need in order to buy a coupon, which are 2 USDT for those who are a fan. Now, what is a fan? A fan is those who have registered themselves in any of the ranks in the fan community project. If you are a fan community member, the starting price for you will be 2 USDT and will rise up every 24 hours up to 0.5. Meaning that if today is going to be 2 USDT, 24 hours later it's going to be 2.5 USDT that you need to give in order to buy yourself a coupon. And for those who are not a fan community member, this is going to, the process is going to be the same. The only difference is that you will need to give 3 USDT, the starting price, as a starting price, and every day, every 24 hours, it's going to rise up to half a USDT. Then we have the free option here at the bottom right. Now this is for the wallets who are going to buy the 25th coupon for themselves. For the fan community members, every 25th coupon that they buy, it will be for free for them, regardless of any drawbacks or any catch. But for those who are not a member of the fan community, only one time, if they get the 25th coupon, it will be free for them, assuming they have a 10 ETER balance inside of their wallet. After you have filled your coupons, you can press on the confirm here at the left side. Once you do that, this panel comes up, and in here you can buy the coupon with either the ETER or the USDT. If you buy it with the ETER currency, no further transactions will be done, except that it will take you to the network and take its network fee from you. But should you buy the coupon with USDT, it will first go into the exchange project. From there it will be converted into the ETER currency, and then it will come back. Of course, while doing that, it will take its 5% levy as well. Then we have the price option here at the top. Once we press it, this is the Savior's Treasury. Currently there's only one treasury, but at the future more can be added by the creator. Here, as you can see, there's only one treasury, which is the Savior Treasury, and currently inside of it there are 7 wallets. The amount of ETER that's currently inside of the treasury is currently 0. Here at the right, as you can see, this sack with ETHERs inside of it that's being given to another hand. This icon here, if you press that, the amount of ETHER that's currently inside of the treasury will be distributed between these 7 wallets equally. Where does this ETHER come from, if you ask? For that, we are going to go inside the terms of conditions once I explain the status and report. After the price section, we have the status section. As the name implies, the status is the current status of the game, and at the top you see the status currently is on check. Then we have the total income, which is the amount of ETHER that is that has been accumulated inside this forecast project. Then we have the ETER balance, which is the amount of ETER that's currently inside the wallet. Then the end of drawing, which is the 10th of April, meaning that once it's the 10th of April, the 55th game will end, and by the press of the draw, the new game will begin. The number of predictions are the amount of coupons that has been bought by this wallet until today. The current predictions are the amount of coupons that's bought this week, and the previous predictions are the amount of coupons that's been bought in the previous week. Then we have the previous forecast treasury. This is the ETER distribution that has been done in the previous week. For those who had won all 5 slots, they had gotten 87 ETER distributed between them. For those who had won the 4 slots with 3 whites and 1 yellow, they had 37 ETER distributed, and just like that it goes on and on until non-winners. Once the weekly game ends, the 80% that is distributed among the winners is distributed as follows. 28% is given to those who have predicted all 5 circles correctly, and the same goes down, with 12% given to 4 of the 5 circles predicted correctly. 10% is given to the 3 whites, 8% is given to 1 yellow and 2 white, 7% is given to 1 yellow and 1 white, 6% is given to 2 whites, 5% to 1 white, 4% to 1 yellow, and for those who have not won the game, who have not predicted any of the circles correctly, 10% is distributed between them equally as well. That's it for the status section. Then we have the report. In the report, as the name suggests, every transactions that's been done inside the forecast project will be reported here. At the top you have the game counter, which is the amount of games that's been started until today, which is 55 games. And the game stage, meaning current games status, is participation has started. The number of participations this week is 1. And it can go up until the end of the week to maybe 15 or even hundreds, nobody knows. The number of predictions are the amount of coupons that's been bought in this week, and the number of forecast awardees as well as forecast prizes are unknowns for now, which will be explained in future episodes once more projects has been launched inside of this token. Then we have the number of saviors, which is the amount of wallets that's currently inside of the treasury. Then we have the savior price, which is the amount of ETHER that's currently inside of the treasury, which is 0 currently. Then we have the total donate, which is the amount of donated ETHER inside of this project. Then we have the tutorial, which is the amount, which is on how to participate in this project, the license, the contract of this project, and then we have the USDT address, and last but not least, the generator address, which is the exchange address, or the generator, whatever you want to call it. And why is that here, one asks? So that's because that with every transactions that you do inside of any of the other projects, like the forecast, the insurance, the stocks, ERA, fan community projects, every transactions that you do, if you do those set transactions with USDT, that USDT is first going to be sent inside the exchange or the generator address. From there it will be changed into its own currency, which is the ETHER, and then it will be sent back inside that set project. Because of that, the exchange's address is also here. Now we talked about these options at the top. Now let's see how these monies are distributed between the winners and the price, which are on the terms and conditions. Now once we come down here in the G section, as you can see, From here it starts and says that 1% commission is deducted in favor of the owner when the game ends. Now the owner is actually the shareholders of the stock project. Then 4% commission is deducted in favor of R&D when the game ends. The R&D is the research and development section. Then we have a 5% fee which is deducted for the savior prize when the game ends. A 5% goes into the savior's treasury. Then the remaining 90% plus the remaining amount from the previous game are considered as 100% and will be distributed, with 80% of it going for the game winners. 10% of the amount is allocated to the non-winners, for those who haven't won, for those who have participated in the game but hasn't been able to predict any of the circles correctly. Then a 5% of the amount is burned directly for the growth of the currency. Then we have a 5% which is allocated to the prize for the fan community in the fan community project. Then we have a 10% commission which is deducted from winners in favor of the savior prize. Now this here is, it says that no matter how much you win, 10% of it will always be deducted as commission and put into the savior prize from any wallet. Each savior can have a maximum of 1 share of this fund, and the number of times they win will not affect this share. It says here that once you become a savior by winning the game, you cannot become a savior for a second time or with a second coupon in that week or any of the following weeks. Here is the terms and conditions. From the top, let's start. A weekly game starts every Sunday at 12 p.m. GMT. Which is actually not true, because once this project was launched for the first weeks, there was nobody to press on the start button, so the timer has gone off course. During the period of 6 days, 12 hours after the game starts and 12 hours before the game ends, individuals can participate in the game, meaning that you can, once you press on the start and the new game begins, you first 12 hours, and you cannot participate in the last 2 hours. You have to buy your coupons and predict your predictions in this 6 days period. Each participant may pay between 3 to 5.5 USDT or Tether in order to participate in the game. Meanwhile, members of the fan community pay 1 USDT less. Payments may be made in ETER as well. It says here that for those who are not a fan community member, their starting price for each coupon will be 3 USDT and will be added 0.5 USDT every 24 hours. But for those who are a fan community member, their starting price for coupons will be 2 USDT and will, just like those who are not a fan, it will rise up 0.5 USDT per 24 hours. The payment starts at 3 USDT or 2 USDT for fans and increases by 0.5 USDT every 24 hours, just like I said before. Each participant cannot predict more than 10 times in every game, and for every 25 predictions in a game, a person who has never participated before and is not a fan is able to participate once free of charge, assuming a 10 ETER balance. For those who are not a fan community member, only once the 25th prediction that comes their way, the 25th coupon, they will be able to get that for free only once per game, assuming they have a 10 ETER inside of their wallet. In addition, fans are able to participate for free in every game for every 25 predictions without needing a 10 ETER balance. But for those who are a fan community member, they don't need 10 ETER inside their wallet, and every 25th predictions that come their way, every 25th coupon will be free for them if it comes their way. It's by luck. Then we have the percents, and just like that. After that, after the percents, we have the total remaining amount of the fund is transferred to the following week. The initial calculation is done at 12 p.m. GMT on a Sunday every week. Participations are closed 12 hours before the initial calculation, consequently ending the game and starting a new one. Everyone is able to press the draw button and perform the initial calculation, meaning that you can press on the draw on the first panel and start the game. A new participation cycle begins 12 hours after the initial calculation. Once you've pressed the draw, after 12 hours the new game will begin. Each participant has 3 days after the initial calculation to check their winning in the game. Once the game starts, you have the first 3 days of the week to be able to press on the check button inside your status to be able to check to see how much winning you've gotten, how much you've won inside the game. Then you have a 4 days time in order to press on the withdraw to withdraw the amount of ETER that you've won. If a participant fails to perform any of the check and withdrawal operations within the specified time, they will not receive any amount, and the amount will remain in the forecast fund and be transferred to the next week. If you fail to press on the check button, the withdrawal button will not come on the 4th day of the week, or if you press on the check in the first 3 days of the week but forgot to press on the withdrawal button on the last 4 days, you will not receive the amount that you were supposed to win, and that amount will be taken and sent into the following week's game in order to be distributed among winners once again.